Well, hi there. Hey, I suppose you're wondering why I look like this. Well, I'm in expert training class now. I'm trying to train to be an expert, and I'm trying to look the part because a lot of the experts today, if they dress the part, they'd probably do a lot better. And that's why I'm not going to fool around with this. I'm not taking this lightly, you know. So yeah, so this is what I'd look like as an expert today. Well, it's just I've been watching them for the last 18 months. The the COVID experts, like telling you not to wear a mask, then wear a mask, and then wear two masks, and then stay 6 feet apart, and maybe 3 feet apart, and then kids don't have they can't it doesn't bother them if they get it, but now the experts are wanting all the kids to be vaccinated and wear masks and just all kinds of things, like get vaccinated and then you can be back to normal, except now you can't be back to normal. And now the country that's the most vaccinated in the whole world is Israel, and they're having the most problems. Now, the experts still are considered experts, and they make a lot of money, so that's one reason I'm doing this, because you know there's a large margin for error there. And then with the administration we have too, the Biden administration, it's there's been a few little bumps in the road, maybe a small smidgen of a problem here or there, you know and well, maybe a little bit bigger problem over time, you know but well, let's just say there's been some challenges that are hard to calculate, but whatever. That's an expert for you. And like if I make a mistake, then I have to go back and fix it, but well, not an expert, so hey, just if I make a mistake on a car, I have to fix it. So but an expert now, they can make a mistake, or even maybe even not even a mistake, maybe they just did it on purpose, but oh well, I'm not going to fix it. So and that could save a lot of time for a person. Now, when the Biden administration shut down the Keystone XL energy pipeline, um, they allowed Russia to start or to open up a pipeline, and now they're asking OPEC to produce more oil. So again, I'm not at this level yet as an expert. Let's say I'm down here and I'm looking up, so the view is different. So to me, I don't get it yet, but being an expert, I get down. You understand, I'm sure, as I'm explaining this in detail. You're going to get it. You're going to get it because, well, and it does make sense. I'm sure you understand that. So when this thing here, this is a trouble light. Yeah. And it actually still works. But if it didn't work, then I'm in trouble because I need light when I'm working on a car. Yeah. And because them windmill things, them big windmill things that go around and around, and when they're going around, then they produce some energy and then they stop. And you see a lot of them sitting like that. It's like they're waving to you almost. And they're fun to watch. They're big, and people say sustainable energy, but well, they say they're made out of carbon fiber. So we don't use fossil fuel. Well, what's carbon fiber made out of? It's made out of oil. Yeah, oil. And fiberglass is made, and then there's fiberglass on them things too. And yeah, and just think of the energy it takes to make one. And then they run for a little while, and then when they quit working, they cut them all up into chunks and bring them out to Wyoming and bury them in layers under the ground. Because, well, who lives in Wyoming anyway? Yeah, but you're saving a lot of energy, and I'm sure they don't use diesel-powered machines to dig those massive holes. And I'll bet they got guys that aren't experts, because experts don't use shovels. I'll bet they got people that aren't experts out there with shovels digging them holes to, well, save the planet. Sure, it'll work. Well, it's got to work. So when the trouble light quits working, I need something to see with. And that's it. Now, this might look old-fashioned to some of you, but it's probably more like a new-fashioned thing. Yeah. Yeah, and then if we can get OPEC to produce more oil for us when we were energy independent, well the fun part about that is then then the terrorists and the people that don't like us, that want to destroy us, then you give them more money, like the ones going into Afghanistan right now. Yeah, there's another thing I don't understand as an expert, but I don't claim to know it all. Now the problem with this thing, some expert told me that this is kind of dangerous to work on a car with this. Well, I'm an expert, and that guy, he could say what he wants, but I'm not going to be put off by somebody that doesn't deal with, well, the traits of an expert, because it took me a while to get to this point. So, I mean, as you can tell, an expert thinks a little different than everybody else. Otherwise, you'd be everybody else. Have a good day.